So today's video is going to be how has lifestyle content evolved on YouTube. I wanted to analyse the style of YouTube that I watch, which I also to a degree do myself. But I'll talk about my own content later on in the video. There are different paths that lifestyle influencers can take. I do have a drink, by the way, orange squash. Different paths that lifestyle influencers can take, vloggers, because loads of lifestyle influencers do vlogs. There's makeup, then there's fashion, then there's room tours, closet tours, back to school content, back to college content, life hacks, DIY videos. You get the lifestyle girls that make back to school content in their 20s. Personally, that's not for me. But like I said, I'm going to talk about my channel later on in the video, how it fits in the lifestyle genre bracket. One of the typical lifestyle girl is doing what is known as the typical lifestyle content is Alicia Marie. She does hauls, she does routines videos, night routines, skincare routines. You can definitely tell that Alicia had a very good idea of her audience and what her audience wanted to watch. At the time of 2014, when YouTube was like properly kicking off, where people were at the point where it was becoming more possible to become a job, Alicia was making content for children and what children were interested in watching at the time. It's kind of like you're in a group chat with loads of like year 7s and you and your friends don't swear or talk about inappropriate stuff, and you don't like talk in the same manner you would on a private messenger together. She would do back to school videos, and there would also be the girls in night in tour. The most interesting thing is you can find vlogs of these tours. Definitely in 2015 and 2016, their audience was children. At that event, you would get parents of children and children themselves. At that point in time, YouTube was what children were spending their free time watching. There weren't tons of adults watching YouTube in their spare time. Like, I didn't properly start watching YouTube then. I sort of started in like 2018, 2019, pretty sure like 2019, the year before I started my channel, which was 2020. Alicia, after that, her focus turned to making these back to school skits. 2015 to 2016 skits were popular. I've watched a few skits myself. At this point in time, the algorithm liked more short form content and more sorts of comedy sketches that were family friendly, didn't have swearing in, that kind of thing. Skits had the production value to them, took days to film. The skits' quality was good, but generally it was not funny to watch. It was like the cheap humour, like mascara under your eyes, the annoying factors of being a girl, that kind of thing. Kind of like a TV show that was poorly written for kids. Kind of similar to, if you look at The Next Step, Rochelle had her turnaround in season 6 where she broke down her walls and Ozzy comforted her because she was upset about her breakup with Elliot. And in season 7, she went back to being this arrogant person. Admittedly, she was the face of Absolute Dance, but that was definitely poor writing. At the time, you can't blame Alicia for making this content because it made her money to pay her bills. It was popular at the time. was like she was an actress for children, but producing the content herself. It definitely reflected in her sub count, though she did try and sprinkle a few adult things in that would appeal to people my age and older. She would do like hauls, shopping vlogs, decorating my apartment, those sort of more adult things. But those videos were not nearly as successful as her back to school sketches. As in like her comedy and her pretending to be in a school lesson, her decorating her locker in like middle school. And sort of lies that were being told. She then had done videos on like YouTube burnout while she took a break. It was not just a case of Alicia was tired of pretending to be this high school girl, which she actually isn't, but the algorithm changed. Instead of favouring more short-formed content, it started favouring more long-formed content. Also, people were fangirling over the person she wasn't. Also, her fans who started watching her in 2015, 2014 time, by the time it was 2018, 2019 time, they'd grown up. They didn't want to watch someone pretending they were going back to school, going to decorate their locker, sitting in a lesson, going to buy their supplies for back to school. She moved on to what we see today in lifestyle content: hauls, house videos, moving videos, challenge videos, workout videos. I don't think workout videos you see, but she doesn't do them. That's what lifestyle content is like now on YouTube. Next, we're going to talk about Lauren DIY. Her biggest thing was DIY. She had the same kind of experience as Alicia of playing a family-friendly character as an adult. She did back to school DIY videos. That was all you would see kids watching on YouTube at that point, was DIY videos. I saw people around me watching them because that was very popular. Time crafts, hacks, sketches were popular between the years of 2015 to 2018. Lauren DIY, a big part of her content was around her boyfriend, who was a YouTuber as well. He wasn't quite as family friendly as her, but he was family friendly, just more piped down than Lauren's family friendly image. When they broke up, they both had to do a video explaining to their very young fan base, who probably wouldn't understand, why they'd broken up, which is hard. That was like the turning point for Lauren to change up her content. Whereas for Alicia, her desire to change up her content was for herself, and how she was desperate to be more herself, rather than sustain this character that was not her. Also, to slowly turn into themselves and slowly reduce the family-friendly aspect of them. They both started podcasts. One is called Wild Things, the other is called Pretty Basic. They talk about their lives, drinking, partying, just basically what happens as an adult. The greatest example ever of YouTubers turning to podcasts is Logan Paul. He made vlogs for families, for kids. His fan base was children, around like the ages of 10 to 12. And it got to the point where he didn't want to make content anymore that was like vlogs that were family friendly. He needed a place to talk about adult things he couldn't talk about on his channel, because he's an adult and His life revolves around adult things. On his channel now, he does like boxing, like his demographic on there's like people that are interested in his boxing. And also on their main channels, they're trying to be more themselves and do more adult things on their channel. They sort of swear more, obviously they cut it out. Alicia Marie does nowadays like truth or drink videos where she drinks with other YouTubers and they answer questions. This was good because those that left in 2017 and 2018 because the child themed content was like not for them anymore, meant that they could rediscover them as an adult. Next, we're going to talk about another path of lifestyle YouTube, and that is like Soph Does Life, where she went down the direction of doing nail content, makeup videos, in particular lots of makeup videos, hauls, fashion, testing videos, makeup testing. The first video of hers I watched was her testing viral makeup products on TikTok, and I do watch a lot of her videos. My favourite one was probably her assumptions video, and I liked how she talked about how she started as a PG channel and now she's trying to be more real, keeping more swear words if they happen, because we all occasionally curse in our videos, which is good because we want people to be themselves. It's good to be yourselves, and real YouTubers are like good. Like, I like real YouTubers, and it's sort of good to be real on YouTube because that's what people want these days. That path you get is what most lifestyle YouTubers do these days. Now we're going to talk about someone who sort of falls down the middle of this, and that is Miss Remy Ashton. Remy started her channel around the same time as like Lauren DIY, Alicia Marie, and a lot of these other lifestyle girls. She did hauls, makeup collections.
Hi guys, so today I'm doing a haul video, and I know that I recently uploaded a pretty big haul video, but I had
videos, but her main sort of direction was like makeup and fashion and hauls. You can tell that was like her main focus. Remy was plus sized when she started her channel. I think that is great. I think she was gorgeous. Like, no matter what her weight is, I think she's gorgeous. I like how she's different. I like how we have different people to society norms. To be honest, whether you're plus size, skinny, it doesn't matter, to be honest. To be honest, society norms I don't like because everyone's different sizes, everyone's a different body type. It would be a very boring world if everyone was the same, is what I think to that. And also, because she was herself, she was able to build a sustainable fan base that could grow with her. She does healthy eating videos. She talks about her weight loss journey. She has a vlog channel. She does workout routines. Remy is an example of the lifestyle influencer who doesn't really change. She just talks about healthy eating and exercise. But believe me, we all change in that area. Believe me, a lot of us get to that point where we're like, we need to exercise, we need to eat healthy. That's the thing. And it proves that being yourself is a good thing. And also, it also proves another factor that whether you're being yourself or not, you still get comments like, you've changed, even though who cares? As long as the content you're putting out is not illegal, dangerous, or a bad influence, I think it doesn't matter what content people put out. They're obviously happy making it. But that's just my thoughts. The biggest thing with lifestyle YouTube is people watch whoever's life they like, because lifestyle content is about your life. So if someone's not interested in your life, they'll go watch someone else whose life they like more. It's hard on YouTube to stay relevant at all times because there's always someone new who uploads. More often, someone who makes more interesting content, has better equipment, a better setup. Someone who doesn't burp in their videos. I burp quite a lot in my videos. Has better editing. It's hard for people like Remy, Alicia, and Lauren, who were at the top, and in the top genre on YouTube, who are still at the top in their genre, but their genre's not at the top of YouTube anymore because other genres of YouTube have become more popular. Gaming, commentary, drama, dramatary, revision, all these other styles of YouTube are more popular to watch than lifestyle YouTube. It's a hard thing to grasp, you putting content up that's true to yourself, seeing a decline in views and subscribers. This nicely brings me on to my next point, which is I watched a video a little while ago of Holly Gabriel's. I thought I'd mention this because it sort of fits into my point, where she talked about the algorithm and YouTube, and I watched so many videos of Holly Gabriel. She's like a lifestyle vlogger revision. And she talked about how YouTube likes to see you, and I do agree with this, see you make similar content. When I first switched to commentary, I wasn't getting the best sort of views. But now there are more views, but I'm glad I've made the switch to... Obviously, I still do my regular videos, I still make revision videos, I still talk about the next step. But I like throwing in some commentary and some makeup because my life isn't just about revision and the next step. Like, my life is about other things. I watch lots of commentary YouTube. Which does mean that your audience tunes in for like the key themes of your channel. Which means if you do make something a bit different, YouTube goes, I'm not going to promote that. We're not going to recommend it. People are never going to engage with it. So therefore we're going to make sure people don't engage with it. And that is the case. And of making content you really enjoy might not be the most popular thing on YouTube. Now we're going to talk about my least favourite feature, which is the 1 to 10 ranking system, which predicts how well your video is going to do on the algorithm. 1 out of 10 means it's being recommended, people are engaging with it, it's really good. The 10 out of 10 video means it's not being recommended, people are not engaging with it, and it's not doing so well. You have Lauren and Alicia, who over time just became more of themselves. You have Soph Does Life, who discreetly sort of, in a way, like, I don't mean it in a shady way, I'm just saying like very discreetly sort of becomes more herself, like embedding herself into her content. And then you have Remy, who is consistently herself. Then you have at the other end of the spectrum, Adeline. She's very different to like Alicia and Lauren. She started doing makeup and fashion on her channel. Then she moved to like Alicia and Lauren doing sketches and hauls, which was popular at the time. She did stuff for teenagers, which was her age and the age of her demographic. Whereas Lauren and Alicia, they were more characters because it was not cool to be not family friendly. Not cool to drink, not cool to swear. Adeline and these other lifestyle girlies that started when they were like young. When they got older, it was seen as cool to be a party girl. It was cool to swear. It was cool to not be family friendly. It was cool to have a drink. In fact, it was becoming more popular to be like that than it was to be a PG family friendly channel. Adeline and this other group of girls in this part of the lifestyle YouTube were so desperate to prove a point. We're not family friendly, we're not kid friendly, we drink, we swear, we do crazy stuff. Kind of similar to the Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed era, where they go on about how they're not family friendly and we're not making back to school content where we're decorating our lockers. They change so drastically because they don't want to be associated with this old child-friendly PG self. Adeline, her favourite colour was yellow, and she was this bright, bubbly, kid-friendly, go-lucky person who never said a single swear word. And as she had a boyfriend, they broke up. And then she got super rich and famous, and she was trying to navigate the rich and fame while also navigating adulthood, while trying to make daily content for her fans, while trying to break away from this child-friendly, non-swearing PG person. And they did go over the top. Like, they overkilled it. So their fans thought they've changed drastically. I can see from both perspectives. I can see why their fans think we've subscribed to this girl who's happy, bubbly, go-lucky, never talked about inappropriate things, never swore. Now is trying too hard to prove a point that she is this person who's an adult, drinks, parties, swears, all these things. So to her fans, they think this is a different girl. Also because they're younger than like Alicia and Lauren and Remy, who were around when influencer culture was not a thing. They get sucked into the influencer culture, which is well and truly around. Also, it creates this instant lack of relatability. Whereas for Alicia, Lauren and Remy, they didn't show as much they cared about influencer culture. They didn't show they were into flex culture. They were just instantly more relatable. Finally, we're going to talk about my channel in terms of the lifestyle bracket. As in how I do vlogs, I do revision, I have editing, commentary. Because I obviously create content for my point, like I talked about GCSEs when I did GCSEs. Admittedly, I spoke about GCSEs quite a bit last year, but that's because But I also did speak about college. So this year I will speak about college. Admittedly, I'll put in a flavour of back to school because there are elements that intertwine, like buying stationery, those kinds of things. Needing to be organised, all those things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.